Hey y'all, it's Marianne with Life Meets Manuscript, and I want to talk to you. So, this is a part two of the last video that we did. The last video was how to be a first-time author in midlife, and I talked about 3 tips on how to do that. The first tip I talked about was start journaling, read more, and the third one was write a short story. Now, I told you I will tell you what to do if you've done all those 3 tips. And I'm going to tell you what to do in this video to take the next step, take it to the next level so that you can be that first time author who's published. Now, if you've done all these tips already, what you want to do is start producing enough work to take the publishing journey. And why I say it's a publishing journey, because you have to make some decisions early on. One of the decisions you have to make is decide if you want to go be traditionally published or be self-published. If you want to be traditionally published, you have to have a literary agent present your work to a publisher. And if you want to be self-published, you can do it on your own using Ingram Spark or Amazon or another platform. I've done both. I've been traditionally published and I've also published my own work. Now, once you've made that decision, it will dictate what route you take. So that's a very important decision to make. Now, I like to tell authors that they don't have to decide on one, but make a decision. So you can decide to go the traditional route, you can decide to go to publishing, the self-publishing route, or you can just say to yourself, you know what? I want to be traditionally published, but I'm going to act like I'm self-published, which means that you take the self-publishing route, but at the same time, in the background, you're finding an agent, you're pitching agents, you're writing query letters. So you're doing both because the journey to traditional publishing is not costly. It doesn't cost anything. You don't pay for a literary agency. You don't pay for anyone to do anything. You're the one who's writing the query letter. You're the one who has the product. You will find book packagers and certain companies who will charge you, but that's not industry standard. An agent will not charge you a fee to read your book or to read your query letter or anything. They won't fix your book for a fee and all that stuff. So watch out for that. Um, they take 15% of your contract money. So if they get you a deal is for $10,000, they take $1,000 or $1,500, whatever the 15% is. So I think that's a great arrangement for someone to change your life. 15% is very much doable. So your job is to get more money. So 100,000, boom, a million, boom. And that way you get you keep producing. So before I go off on that too much, we'll have another video on literary agencies at another time. But once you've made that decision, your next step is to have a product. So now that you've done this, let's say you did the short story, you're like, boom, I really love the short story. It could be a novel. This is my idea, or this is my memoir, whatever. You start writing it. So if you're writing a novel, I think these days they're asking for like proposals for novels, but typically you need a finished book and you need a book that's done before you can get it published. And that's with a literary agent or a self-publishing route. You need a finished product. So once you have that finished product, you can then get published. So that's the next step is to get published, get the thing done. Don't stop there with the short story. Write another short story. You know what I'm saying? Like, keep writing, and you'll know that, okay, I'm done. I'm ready to put this out there. My first book was Sex and a Single Sister. It was 5 short stories. 5 is a great number to have for a collection of short stories. And I also wrote what I wanted to write. And my last book that I wrote, most recent, was The Professional Wife. You know when you're done and you're ready to move on. So take that next step, make that decision, and let me know in the comments what route you're looking at or what questions you have. See you in the next video. Bye-bye.